Hello, today we are going to talk about the 3's. 3 is the first number where a solid is formed. Numerologically, 3 represents art, it's stability. It's in the triangle of the Kabbalah, it's the first formation. So 3 is kind of considered a special number, an important number. If 1 is a point and 2 is a dichotomy, a line, then 3, the triangle, is the first occurrence of shape that we have. And it's generally considered a positive number, and in all of the Minor Arcana, 3 is there's a kind of purity about it. It's not the swords, which represent thought, or often the difficulty, thought, the mind, air. It shows a painful awareness, but there's a kind of purity about it nonetheless. 3 is a kind of pure formation, and in that sense represents art, and as I said, and in the Major Arcana, 3 is the Empress. So it's kind of a profoundly earth-related card, vaguely pornographic, not intentionally so. 3, the word, the Hebrew word connected to the Empress means door, the gateway into life experience, and 3 does represent that kind of first foundational purity of experience, and has a kind of fruitful quality to it as well. So we have the 3 of Wands. These are from my 2 decks. I'm at my studio, so I don't have access to my hundreds of other decks, so I'll have to use my own. The 3 of Cups. The 3 of Swords. There we go. And the 3 of Coins or Pentacles. So I prefer using cards, Minor Arcana cards like this, because once you know a lot about the tarot, something like this is more abstract, and it gives you room for your own ideas to kind of come through. And then in a reading also, you can really see where the Major Arcana cards are and where the minor cards. It really helps give a sense of perspective when all the cards are out. But many people, especially if you're learning, it's very good to have cards that have pictures on all of them. This deck of mine, the cards are very much related to the Rider-Waite deck, which influences a lot of the decks that we see. So the 3 of Wands, for example, shows planning. Often it shows a sense of right work. So you see, here's a person, he's sketched out a triangle. The wands are like the most subtle of the elements. It represents fire, but it's kind of energy, really. So it's energy taking its first form, a plan. Usually it means there's a kind of integrity about work. It shows doing what you're supposed to do it's very Aries in that sense. Like you're doing what you're supposed to do for no other reason other than that's what you know you're supposed to do. It's not so, even though we have a person planning here, it's not so engaged in outcomes. Like the person is planning what he's going to build, but not planning like, how much money it's going to make, or, who he's going to get to rent the place, or that sort of thing. It's very much about the energy of doing something, of setting off on some enterprise that you feel inspired by. There's a sense of inspiration, and taking that inspiration and making something of it. The 3 of Cups. So if you think of the 2 of Cups is 2 people. Usually it shows 2 lovers, and the 3 is the next step from that. So sometimes it's friends. I suppose it could be, a polyamorous situation that works very well. Often it comes up in a family too, like with a child and 2 children, a mother and father and a child. Sorry about that. But it's a friendly, abundant, joyful circumstance where 3 people are having a great time together. That is the 3 of Cups. The 3 of Swords, like I said, is It's it's a painful awareness. So you can see that doesn't look very happy. Usually it indicates tears. Usually when the Three of Swords shows up, there are going to be tears about something. But there's often a kind of cleansing with those tears. Again, it's the first, if the two shows like two people at odds with each other, then something has to give. And that's the Three. Something, an awareness of something has to give. Something must end or go. And it's not like the 10 where it's this painful death. It's more like a clean surgery kind of thing. And then the Three of Coins, Earth. So that Earth is exactly, this is work. This is like, we're making it, we're doing it, I am setting about it. This is a nice card. This is a nice card when it comes up. And it shows satisfying work that you enjoy doing and are good at. You may be a beginner, but you have talent. So those are the threes.